ขอบคุณขอบคุณ means thank you for
okay.
create your time.
It's my pleasure always. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure is ไม่เป็นไรค่ะ It's my pleasure ไม่เป็นไรค่ะ ด้วยความยินดีค่ะ It's my pleasure ยินดี pleasure.
Okay. How can I repeat?
ด้วยความยินดีค่ะ
Doing qua hindi ka.
ด้วยความยินดีค่ะ It's my pleasure. Pleasure is ยินYINDE ยินดี
I'm trying.
Yeah, you should try it because you might come to Thailand very soon.
Yes, of course I will.
Very soon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. With Risa, probably.
Okay, I think last time after we released the first episode, there are many people interested, and in my private inbox, I got some question. Yeah, not only foreigner but Thai people, and they would like me to create the same program in Thai.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great. People will learn many things.
Because parenting is something basic knowledge of of mankind, and I think, like you said last time, we create our program without any manuscript, just only a big picture. It is something improvising program or live program. We can talk interactively, and some issue arising along the way. That's the natural way. Okay. Yeah. Now we come to episode second, and the key message we left in our first message is parents supposed to create their time for their children. And the second one, parents supposed to be someone who deeply listen to anything your children may come to you and ask questions, and that is a sign that your children open their mind and give you to give them advice. And now, before you left the first episode, and you leave your last word that probably today we will touch about the how to create self-confidence to our children. That is what I think it should be something discussed in second episode, and it should be beneficial to people who watch our recording. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Before go to that, I left some message in your inbox that maybe we have to correlate. Self-confidence might be related to a group of fact, permission-based, open-minded, people-oriented, and all in all, go be you always.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is yeah, that is like a guideline to be discussed today, and we will discuss, and then finally we will reach self-confidence. Yes. So please start sharing as a mom, because some children develop their behavior, and sometimes they face problems because they seldom receive positive attention for good behavior. And maybe behavior, it is the outcome, but we will start with the importance of the self-confidence, and then later on we will connect to the other point. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Our children, I can say, are the most important things in our life. So we need to pay attention to them, as I said before, to listen to them. So how we can help them to have self-confidence? Well, just by, showing them through, our example. We as parents, we need to have self-confidence in us. And our children will take this example from us, of course. And your words, what you said before, and the words of teacher Tim when he said always go be you always, it's very important. So to have that confidence, self-confidence, you need to be you always. So what does it mean? It doesn't mean that you need to let all mindset, okay, which you have, and to go back to the original one and to find who you really are and what you really want to do in this life. And here I'm talking about parents, because we cannot talk about children until we don't talk about parents. As I said, they are the example of children, okay? My son take the example from me. So I need first to know who I am, who's Neluța, what she wants to do in this life, what she loves. I need to have self-confidence in me. I mean, to know what I want to do, and to have that desire, to achieve dreams, to help others or whatever. So for that, I'm saying, to have that self-confidence, we need to find who we really are. And believe me, people, in all these years, I just found new things about me, who really I am. And I can say now I'm really myself, who's really Neluța after a long time. But of course, I didn't know these things before, that how I can find who I am. And to find who you really are is a process there, actually. It's not so easy. I mean, you have some kind of experience in your life, okay? And through that experience, in a day, you say, okay, why all these things? Why? With what reason? And what happened? In one day, you just discover who you really are. And these things happened with me 3 years ago, when I really found who I am. 3 years ago, I went to Romania, and I spent time with myself, I think almost 3 days, just being with me and thinking what I want to do, in this life. And that time I found that actually I'm a person who wants to help people, who loves people, who's not thinking about money for herself only, who's the person who thinks to help also others, not only with my time, but also with my money when I will have enough, okay? And if I can now to help, I will help also now. This is not a problem. So I found that who Neluța is, so who I am. From that time, I start to build, the confidence in myself. How? Well, I found that what I want to do, where I am in that time, and day by day, I try to achieve, a goal. And my goal is still in process, but we have also small goals, yeah. And I know who I am, and these things I'm, sending to my son. My son is seeing me. Look, my mom, she know what she wants to do. My mom, she's not lying. My mom is not manipulating people. My mom is honest always, and he see me how I am. He see me that I'm confident person. He take this example, and I saw he has confidence in himself. Because when I see him coming live, sometimes I'm here live, and he comes and he talk with people, he doesn't have any fear, or something like that. Why? Because he knows who he is real David. He knows when he don't like something, he's telling me, Mom, I don't like these things. Could you change, or could you give me, or something like that? And we discuss. So it's very important, you as a parent, to know who you really are. Yeah. And after to have this kind of expectation from your children. Yeah. But if you are a fake parent, do not expect your child to be loyal, or I don't know, to be perfect, because all parents, they want my child to be perfect, my child to study medicine or something like that, my child to be honest always, to not lie me. But you as a parent, you lie. You as a parent, you hide things. So the things what you do, that things your children will do too. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Nelusa. You repeat several times about the process. I
Yes.
Definitely agree. Everything happen in our life connect to something called process. But
Yeah.
what is make the process different? Process in terms of the academy, in terms of the textbook, different from the process you just mentioned, because everything in this world, it is a natural process. We believe something nature law, like a teacher T mentioned
exactly.
several times, when we gonna adapt nature law. That is one of the process we adapt to everything. In education, like we emphasize many times, why we mentioned about the natural way. That all process actually, and it depends on the individuals who the process of the one person might be different from the others because of the many external factors. But like a core, like a core of the process, surely is it nature law. And back to what you mentioned last week, yeah, that what you reflect the fact, because when we think about the parenting, people already thinking we are teaching someone, we are teaching our children, but actually it is a two-way process, two-way communication. Even today, we're gonna talk about the create self-confidence. It doesn't mean you create one side to create your children self-confidence, but a parent as well, they're supposed to have their self-confidence in parenting as well. Yes, and you said last time that human being can learn and teach at the same time. We can be teacher, we can be student, yeah, at all time. And the key point you just mentioned, you said your children learn from their parents, right? Because they learn through watching. They learn through watching. Because children learn a great deal through observation, they will often try to copy, try to imitate parents' actions, and are delighted when they learn to do things just like mom, just like dad. So through observation, children learn many important things about their world. Every day, parents provide children with a model of how to behave in certain situation. You are role model, and at the same time, you might think of your children as your role model. That is a fact of life, and whatever you call it, it is a process. But finally, if a parent show your children of their self-confidence, and this thing will be programmed or gradually absorbed in their thoughts. And one day, when they happen to involved in such the situation he got used to, he can adapt by themselves.
Exactly.
It is adaptive thinking. Yeah. So it can be applied in real time, surely. And this is happened. And one thing, you know, why sometimes parents they are not aware of the something, they try to take lead instead of their give advice. Like we said several times about the word is don't do that, don't do that. That because of you try to you try to dominate yourself as a parent. You try to impose something called power of adult to your little children, and you really don't know in the long term that the feeling still be kept in their mind, and they lost self-confidence gradually until the one day when they are supposed to stand on their own legs in future after graduation. And this what is something the weakest link in their mind, because it is gradually collect through all of their young teenage, let's say 20 up to 20 years. And finally, parents never rethink about that. The weakest link is from their parenting. And they always complain, why you don't be like this, like that. But parents already forgot what they treat their children in the past 20 years.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. And as I said, we need to pay attention on what we are doing and what we are talking, because also words are very, very important in a family, you know, and in this process, as I said before, because only through communication you can find what your child needs. For that, I'm saying you need to spend time to create time, and to create time to communicate with your children, not only to play but also to communicate and to listen. Because sometimes they have, you know, unusual behavior, for example, breaking things or screaming or, you know, things like that. And you are wondering as a parent, and you're asking why he's doing like that. Well, it's simple, because that child needs love. The child needs you to be there. And as we can see nowadays, some of the parents, they are so busy with, you know, their phones, with their friends, with their works. And that child come to you and he asks you, Mom, come little to me. You know, they are really smart, because they even tell you what you need to do. You as a parent, you just need to listen. So I just give you this example. Your child came to you. You are with your smartphone, typing, or maybe scrolling down on Facebook. Your child is here. Mom, can you come? Wait. Yeah, immediately. Mom, I need you. Can you come? I told you I'm coming. Mom, okay. And after he started to cry. And you as a parent, you became angry. Why he's crying? Why he don't understand? Well, then I can tell you something. It's not your child's fault. It's your fault, because you didn't give time to your child. Yeah. And after you complain why my child is not listening me, why my child is screaming, why my child is breaking the things in home. It's simple. Your child needs love and time. So if your child came to you and you are busy with your phone, let that phone for 5 minutes and listen to your child. And say, okay, I'm listening. How can I help? And be there. It's very important. Because you give this example to your child, and your child, when he will become a parent, he will do the same things. You know, it's like a circle. So for that, I'm saying we need to pay attention what we are doing and what we are talking also. Words are very, very important.
Yes, I really agree that, because the thing in this world is circle. Like in economy, you see, it have its time. Sometimes it's when it reach up to the highest, the prosperity, and in some certain period of time, like now we are facing pandemic crisis, and now economy around the world now became collapse. It's coming to the lowest, that is a depression. And one day it's not a long lasting. That is the fact of life. It is nature law. One day everything will be adjust itself and come to the recovery limb. That is a circle, and it's many the thousands of the circle in our life. And anything anyway, when we're talking about the parents, I cannot say parents never expect, because like you grow a seed and you expect. Surely, as a human being, every parent expect the seed they plant on day one, and after a certain period of time, 5 years, 10 years, they expect how your seed turn into the very beautiful tree, blossom, and they can harvest something. That is expectation. You cannot refuse. You never expect. But when we come to expectation, we have to think about the rule of nature. Everything have the both sides, black and white, or yin yang, like a Chinese Zen teaching.
It's polarity. It's a polarity here.
Yes. So we have to go in the middle way, like our Lord Buddha taught people more than 2,100 years. But everything have the something in the middle. In the middle is a duality. So when we talk about expectation, we accept, as a parent, we expect. But our expectation should be reasonable. Reasonable or possible. We can touch it, touchable. Not like if they're over the expectation that is too high, we use another word. It is an impossible dream. It's just a dream. It's just something in the cloud. And okay, you mentioned about the confidence. Sometimes you cannot say if your child confidence come from the what they watch or observe in the family, because in digital world they learn quite a lot from the outside through the mobile phone and many medias. So what we try to tell our children, we guide them and how they can analyze the thing happens by themselves. We just give them like a principle and how to justify the thing happen in your life, because every individual doesn't have the same pattern of the solution of the question. But I think we should teach our kids to know what is a common principle that they can adapt in a variety of situations. And when we're talking about the self-confidence, as I mentioned earlier, that it's not self-confidence in children's side, but in parent side. Because if you are not feel confidence in your parenting, it might affect the way you express and show to your children as well. because
Yeah.
successful parenting involved trusting your own judgment, and believing in your parenting capability. And if parents feel not confident, and how can create or build up the confidence to your children? So it's like a two-way process, back and forth. Yeah. I think that is the thing I would like to share the message to our audiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but to not forget, our children are unique. You know, it was mentioned before about expectation. Yeah, I understand we have expectation, but to not forget, our children, they are unique. Okay, and if they are unique, and we know these things because you are unique too, and I'm unique too, we need to respect their decision also, their dreams, their goal. Okay, so for example, if my son want to become a YouTuber or something like that, or I don't know, a singer or a teacher, or I don't know, me as a parent, maybe my expectation are, you know, to see him, I don't know, doctor, but maybe his dream is not to be a doctor. Maybe his dream is to be a singer. So then we need to think little about this kind of expectation, what kind of expectation we want from our children. Okay, so if my son want to be a singer, I will help him to achieve his dream. I will never stop him to not become a singer, and I will never force him to become a doctor if he don't want, because it's unique, because he came on this earth, in this world, with a gift, because I believe everyone has a gift. So because you said about natural law, okay, so when you put your child, when you try to make your child to obey you in this way, I think you don't follow the natural law, because actually you harm him. Okay, I mean, because this harm is not only by violence, it's also by, you know, taking the things from someone, and actually you take his gift from him. And if my son wants to become a singer, what I'm doing, because I have another expectation, I have another expectation. I tell him, no, you cannot be a singer, because if you become a singer, I don't know what will happen, and you know how people are, and blah blah blah. No, I want you to be a doctor. So what I'm doing, I'm stealing his dream, his goal. For that, we need to pay attention what kind of expectation we have. Yeah.
Yeah, that is that's correct, because you know okay, again I will repeat the word process. When we mention about the parenting, it's all relating to nature law. But several times I mentioned I adapt this way of the thinking to my job as well, because as a matter of fact, my job as a project management, we have to plan. We have to plan, like parents have their like a plan for future of their children. But you have to realize that when you plan, you plan at this time, but you plan something, you project the thing in the future, and you really don't know what is happen. Like in construction management, okay, exactly. You're supposed to plan. You might heard about the well plan is half done. At least you plan, but you cannot guarantee. You cannot guarantee what's happened, what emerge along the way. It's so-called external factor. It might affect, and it's might it might ask to adjust the plan. And finally, when we achieve the goal, the plan was totally different from the first plan. And you can compare this with the fact of life. It's the same thing. when you give birth to your on day one, you gave birth to David. You might have many scenario picture in your mind. But as you said, it is correct. Human being is unique, but we can advise. We cannot take lead. We can give just only advice and possible way, because we are adult. And then they have many choices from for your children. They feel very happy because you never force them to do something you love, but you support what they love instead of you. Like I agree with you. If your David would like to be a singer, maybe you don't like it, but that is you. But why you don't ask David? He love it. He love it.
Yeah.
And the people always complain after graduation. They work so hard today. They would like to spend a few days somewhere because they like to relax. Because that people sometimes they will force to learn from the parents. I have the one example. My colleague, they love, because both of them are doctor, medical doctor, medicine doctor, and they're supposed to build up his daughter to be a doctor like them, and they try by all means, because that is what parents expect. And what's happened? Their daughters is very good children. They follow without any objections, because she like to please her parents. She took 6 years in university in faculty of medicine. And you know what's happening after she graduated? She said, okay, what she did, because she pleased their parents, but now she became free. And once she graduated, she started to be a freshman in the same university, but in the liberal art, that the thing she loved to do. She waited 6 years just to please the parents. But what I would like to share, as you see that sometimes I went to bed 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's because I love what I am doing. I love the playing with the video. If I think of that as a job, I cannot do that. I can't, because sometimes I play around with my video clip till the dawn break, because I am being in something called play mode. And if you learn in something you love, but when you start your career, you don't feel you are working, but you are playing, and you can working in play mode with a sense of happiness. And if you are a parent and you try to force something you impose every expectation on your children, that means you are hurting them. And it doesn't mean you love him, but you love yourself. You try to make yourself, parents, happy, but you don't care of your children, because you think of your kids as like an object, not human being. Yeah, that is what I would like to share. The key word is you would enjoy along your journey with happiness and doing everything in play mode. Yes.
Yeah. What you like is very, very important. Make your job your passion and passion your job, you know. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
You don't feel tired, never ever.
Mm-hmm.
You just, you know, these things happen to me also. Sometimes to sleep just 1 or 2 hours per night, and I do not recommend these things, okay? So it's very important to sleep, okay? But sometimes it's happening to not sleep. Why? Because I'm so much excited, you know, about a lot of things, and I'm just thinking, what can I do more next time, you know? For example, how I'm talking now with you. Okay, so I will have with Pipa next time what we will talk, how will be, how we will create the videos, you know, and stuff like that. What kind of subject I will talk, you know, and always I'm thinking, you know, what I will do, what new. But for example, with Risa, because I like comedy, I'm just thinking, okay, how will be next time? And for that, I'm saying, let your child to do the things what they like to do, what they love to do. Let them to study what they want. Yeah, and they will succeed.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I love to talk many other topic. Actually, I avoid to use a topic because Teacher Tim always play joke on the topic. What is topic? Topic? No, we don't have any topic here. What kind of topic? Yeah, actually, okay,
Yeah.
that is his way. But what is my way? When Tim he mentioned about the balancing duality. Okay, might be the degree of balancing of Tim's and mine. It's different. Yeah, because
Yes.
okay, that is why okay, Tim, go be you always, and I am I go me always. It is my style. Yeah.
So I want to use a topic, yeah.
Topic. Actually, okay. Sometimes, yeah, I explain Tim. Okay, it's not topic actually, but I would like to draft a big picture. At least you know today what are you are talking about with me. Okay, that is not about the organic farming. Now we're talking about parenting, but we're not fixed. But we just I try to give you like a guidance today with some the keywords might be correlated to what we are talking. At least you can imagine why
Yeah.
you are driving might be okay. Sometimes the thing pop up and okay, we will share about this part
Yeah.
today, something like that.
Exactly.
It's not a true topic actually. That is what happened here. And sometimes Tim he called me a thinker, a thinker. Okay, I agree because I love reading. I love reading a variety of book, and that is why I tell my Thai audiences when they comment under my post that why you can do many things. Sometimes you are a resource speaker sharing about the construction management. Sometimes you are a salesman sharing something about the food, about organic food. And sometimes you share the idea with Nelusa about parenting. Yeah, because I read a lot. I read a lot, and sometimes that is what my input, what I keep it here. So I have the many big picture. So at least I give you a draft or guidance what we are talking today. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not meaning I
Exactly.
challenge you to discuss something deeply. No, because if deeply you go to textbook, you go to
Oh la la.
the other thing, right? But now we are
Mhm.
sharing, and then I think after we finish every conversation, even you and Risa, I try to spend some time to watch entire program, and I pick up only some part that I can share on the Facebook Live because, in my opinion, that portion was very important. and interesting.
Exactly.
But surely, if the other watch the same video clip, they might think different because people have their different perception, and they look from the other perspective. They can see. Yeah, when you go uphill, you can see the different picture. That's the fact.
Yeah.
That's the fact. Yes. Okay. Now we talking about the self-confidence, and now we agree upon the point that not only children side, parent side as well. They're supposed to trust their own judgment and believe in their parenting capability. Now we come to the yes.
Another thing what I want to point to tell you about self-confidence. You know that you are a self-confident person when you accept that you did, to say like that, a mistake. When you accept that actually, okay, maybe today I did something wrong, or maybe I said something wrong, okay, and it's very important to accept that you made something wrong or you said something wrong, and it's very important to accept and to know how to apologize, to the people who you hurt. So for me, self-confidence is also, yeah, is very important. When a person is self-confident, he or she needs to have these kind of things, I mean, to know how to apologize to people when they make others to suffer, because we are human, and sometimes we are making mistakes. Okay, I want to call them feedback, not mistakes, because we are learning from our mistakes.
Exactly.
But a self-confident person will accept that, yes, it's true, I did wrong, and will ask for apologize.
Yeah, that is a
And
fact of life.
These things I want, and also I'm teaching David, always. You did a mistake, you learn from your mistake, okay, from your feedback. But if you know that you hurt someone, please apologize. And he's doing always. He say, I'm sorry, and also he's telling me, I love you, Mom. And it's so amazing to hear him saying these things.
Yes.
I love you always.
Yeah.
Each morning when he go to school, he said, I love you. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true, because nothing perfect, and so we cannot too much expect to the things, because our external factor and many things we repeat several times, because we are living in our real time. It's not our dream. Yeah. So we have to realize about the fact of the nature. If you don't, you cannot stay happily with the people around. If you expect everyone and you expect the very beautiful words from the people, that from the different perception, different mood, you cannot control. So that is, you expect something impossible. And that is why I mentioned reasonable expectation is something pragmatic, practical. And a while ago, very most important in every religion. And as Nerusa said, you belong to this world. You never depends on any culture. That is what you said, and it impressed me. And then how we can forgive the other, because we realize what is the fact. People always did mistakes sometimes, by intention or not intention, that is possible. So we need to open mind whenever you socialize with the other people. If you don't open mind, you close your mind, you cannot get any kind of happiness. And you're supposed to think positively, and you're supposed to forgive, and that is not sufficient to make you happy. When you forgive, you're supposed to forget. They go together. Yes.
Well, we cannot say that we forget, but we make peace. Okay,
Okay.
with well, I consider it's like that. For example, our past, even many things happen in our life, and sometimes people say, I want to forget. You cannot forget. You can make
It's still
peace
there.
only.
It's still there.
Yeah. So you make peace with your past, and everything is fine. But to forget, not really.
Okay. Okay. Maybe we have to clarify the meanings of forget. We try to minimize and not feel that that mistake as something that influence in what are going to your life tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Just minimize it, and then okay, just think about that as a lesson. Even your mistake
Exactly.
or the
Yeah.
other mistake, yeah, everything is good. That is positive thinking. Think about that like a lesson, and if you think it's not good, okay, forget to do it next time. Something like that. Okay, Nelusa, yeah, a bit. I would like to challenge you. The last challenge when we come to the again self-confidence, and I would like you to share your experience. And I think these words also one factors to lessen the self-confidence of the people. Yeah, it is bullying. Bullying, yes. Because being a bully, yeah, can be very traumatic for children, and can seriously affect a child academic progress or attitude to school. And my question is, do you have any experience as a mom? What should parents do if they discover, they found that their child has been bullied at school?
Well, as I said before, it's important to talk with your child, to listen your child. If you discover these things, it's okay. You keep your calm, okay, as before, with kind words, with kind things. I mean, trying to understand the things, what happened there, and trying to talk. Just through communication, you can fix problems. Not by fighting, not by showing who I am or something like that. No, just by talking through communication with children, with your child, with teachers. Yeah, and explain the things and like that, but not through fighting. Yeah. It's simple. Life is so simple. Really, life is simple. But people makes life complicated. We
Yeah.
we make these things.
Yeah. Frankly speaking, that is not exceed my expectation. Because I think, every problem, bullying is one of the problem. People always mention it as a problem. And how to make understanding between the two people or among a group, members in group. You cannot do that without the communication, because we are human beings. We are so-called reasonable living creatures. We have the something called the wisdom that make us different from the other animals. Be reasonable and try to accept, try to explain, and to have your thoughts understood by the others. That is only way. If you keep quiet, nobody know what you are thinking, because it's not expressed outside. Yeah. So
Yeah, as I said, through communication.
communication.
Yeah.
That is
Not
why
by
is,
keeping.
yeah. That is what my reasonable expectation from your answer in response to
Yeah.
my challenging. Yes. Okay. I think today we can share a number of the benefits.
People.
Yes.
People. Parenting is not only about children here. Parenting is about us also. because we have a child inside of us also. Parenting is also about, between wife and husband, because they also need to communicate with each other. So this, how you said, topic, it's huge. Topic parenting.
We cannot compile in orderly manner when we're talking of parenting. It depends on sometimes it depends on our mood. Our mood, yeah. If today I feel different, maybe my question will be deviate or change to the other. That is beauty. That is beauty of the improvising conversation.
Yeah, this is the
because
beauty.
we feel free and not so stressful. That should be happen in a formal classroom. It's not here.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, I have some sentence here. I copy from a book. It's talking about the psychologically healthy characteristic. It said that as a parent, you're supposed to help your children communicate well and socially competent. Okay, this for you and for our audiences. And the second one, parents supposed to help children express and manage their emotions. And parents supposed to help children master important skills. Help children become good problem solver. That means children can stand on their own legs whenever they face some unexpected situation and without parent aside.
Yeah.
And the last one, they are encouraging children to develop positive feeling about themselves. Yeah, that is what I would like to leave at the end of our conversation today to the audience, and hopefully it will be beneficial to audiences. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just amazing.
One more.
It's just amazing.
Last question, as usual. What is your last word for today?
Be a child for yourself. And I suppose, and no, I'm not supposed, I know you are, because you mentioned before, I'm not sleeping in night because I'm playing with videos. I'm creating videos. So what does it mean? Doesn't mean that you have a child inside of you, okay, who likes to play. And nowadays we observe that people are so much, in depression, in bad mood. Why? Because they forget to play. So be a child again and start to play, and you'll be happy.
Don't stop the curiosity.
Exactly.
To the last day of your life, and don't forget to challenge. What is the next, the third episode? I think I'm sure you have quite a lot of parent trap.
Okay, well, I will let you to choose by yourself now.
Yeah.
Come on, child Pipa. That's it.
Please think about what is the trap you experience as a mom. You got any trap?
Okay,
parent
yeah,
trap?
That's great.
Yeah. Let's talk.
I had this experience. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, that is next challenge. Yeah, next Tuesday here, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock as usual, and we will share about the parenting trap.
Exactly, and it was really funny. I will tell you next time.
Okay, if so, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a good time. Yeah.
Thank you.
สวัสดีครับ ด้วยความยินดีค่ะ It's my pleasure.
Doing Come Hindi Cup. Yeah.
โอเคสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ
Sadika, bye.
Bye. Yes, that is all. Very colorful conversation with my professional life coach from Romania, who has been living in France over 5 years, and she enjoy her life, spend her times in France happily with her warm, full family. See you next time. Episode number 3. What is the parent trap? See you. Bye. สวัสดีครับ